2019 VW Jetta vs best-selling compact cars, how they compare on paper. As the brand's best-selling car, the 2019 Volkswagen Jetta needs to be good to maintain its sales, if not grow them. We just drove it and found the latest Jetta to be stylish, frugal, and decently priced, if not exciting. But we also wanted to see how it compares on paper to other cars in the segment. So we've assembled the specifications from the 4 best-selling compacts on the market in order of their sales, starting with the best-selling Honda Civic, followed by the Toyota Corolla, Nissan Sentra and Hyundai Elantra. Powertrains in the compact segment are impressively diverse. Among the 5 sedans here, displacement ranges from 1.4 liters with the VW Jetta and the Hyundai Elantra Eco up to 2.0 liters in the base Honda Civic and the base Hyundai Elantra. There are also turbocharged and naturally aspirated engines on offer. The horsepower leaders are the Honda Civic and Nissan Sentra with their optional turbocharged engines. The Sentra wins out with 188 horsepower and the Civic follows with 174 HP. But when it comes to torque, the Volkswagen takes home top honors with 184 pound-feet. Its 147 horsepower, however, is mid-pack. Impressively, every car here is available with a manual transmission. Even the higher spec turbo Civic and Sentra can be had with a stick. In fact, the Civic sedan, it also comes as a hatchback with differing options, can only be had with a manual when opting for the turbo engine. The Civic, Corolla, and Sentra all resort to CVTs for automatic shifting duties. The VW is the only car available with an 8-speed transmission, and, oddly, the Hyundai is the only one available with a dual-clutch transmission. That transmission is only available on the Eco model with the turbocharged 1.4-liter 4-cylinder. In addition to having one of the most powerful engines of these 5, the Civic is also the most frugal. With the CVT, the turbocharged Civic has the best city, highway and combined fuel economy. The manual comes close to the CVT, losing just 1 miles per gallon in the city and combined ratings. The torque monster Jetta's numbers of 30 city, 40 highway and 34 combined roughly match the less sprightly Corolla Eco, Hyundai Elantra Eco, and the naturally aspirated Honda Civic. The clear loser in fuel economy is the turbocharged Sentra, which only gets 27 in the city, 33 on the highway and 29 combined with the CVT. Getting it with a manual knocks 1 miles per gallon off each number. The naturally aspirated Sentra is close to the non-eco versions of the Corolla and Elantra. Exterior and interior dimensions. The Jetta is one of the largest cars here. It's the longest by 2 inches, and is only edged out in width by 1/10 of an inch by the Elantra, and height by about 1.5 inches by the Sentra. It's also neck and neck with the Sentra for being the heaviest of the group. In contrast, the Civic and Elantra have the lightest versions, and even their heaviest iterations are barely heavier than the Corolla. The Civic is also the lowest of the group, with a roofline 3 inches below the tallest Sentra, and the Elantra is the shortest in length. It's over 2 inches shorter than the next shortest Sentra. Despite the Jetta's large exterior dimensions, it isn't the most spacious inside. The Civic and Sentra are tied with the most cargo space at 15.1 cubic feet, and the Corolla brings up the rear at 13 cubic feet. For headroom, the Sentra wins up front, but the Elantra and Jetta are nearly tied for most rear headroom. Front legroom is very close for all of these cars, with the Sentra winning out. The Corolla has the most rear legroom, though the way that measurement is calculated may differ between manufacturers. Shoulder room front and rear is basically a tie between the Civic and Elantra. The Elantra is the cheapest of these 5 sedans, but it only bests the Sentra by $40. The priciest of the bunch is the Honda Civic, and the Jetta is right in the middle. The trade-off for the high price is that the Civic also has some of the most efficient engines, the best of which is also the most powerful. Behind the Civic would put the Jetta and the Elantra. Picking between the two will depend on what value. The Jetta is arguably more stylish inside and out, gets good gas mileage, and its torque is quite welcome around town. The Hyundai is distinctly more affordable, and it has a pleasant interior with user-friendly controls and comfortable seats. Both also have solid warranties and are somewhat soft ride.